Okay. You there?
I'm here. Are you here?
That's, yeah, it's pretty good that we got done 10 minutes late.
Whose fault's that?
Mine. This one's mine. This one's mine because I have not done this in a while and I had to reteach myself. And that's why I'm using the webcam because I tried Panasonic, Fuji, and Canon. Couldn't get any of them to work.
Huh. Maybe it's time to switch to Sony.
It's the only brand that I don't have. And I got Nikon over here somewhere. I guess I could have pulled that out. Yeah, I just got thousands in gear here and nothing works. And then look at you. You look all epic. Like, I mean, what do you have, like a $20,000 setup over there?
No, it's just a nice little Sony A7S III.
Yeah. All right.
Easy.
Yeah. Well, don't you have a really nice Sony?
I have a Sony.
We love you too,
FX6.
Kimberly.
Yeah.
With Kimberly saying nice things on the chat.
Should we say hi to everyone? It's been a while.
Yeah. Hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody. Yeah. If anyone's even watching, does anyone remember us? Does anybody remember who we are? Or
yeah, I don't know. It's a good question. It's a surprise show. It's a surprise. We just wanted to surprise you guys because, we had life happen and we both got crazy. So now we're
You're a grandfather.
Yeah. You have electricity.
I do. Man, that was a rough month.
Yeah. So we had a lot of stuff happen. So I'm happy to be back. I am.
Me too.
Yeah. And it's I don't know. It's just good. We need to do this. I'm excited about it.
Yeah, we miss everybody.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What so we want to kind of talk about, we both got spring season coming up. And we'll talk a little bit about gear because there's some new stuff out there. We can kind of talk about it and see what.
There's stuff I didn't even know about. I've been so busy. I swear, I didn't even know. I mean, there's some gear out that I wasn't even aware of that I'm super excited about.
Tell me.
I had a long conversation with our friend at Roberts Camera, John Scott, other day. And I was saying how awesome the 300 millimeter 2.8 Canon lens was. And, Anyway, long story short, they made one and I didn't even notice. What kind of Sony guy am I? How do I not even notice that?
The new Sony 300 millimeter?
Yeah, I didn't even know it came out. I had no idea.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, Sony, they just keep coming out with stuff, and it's just it's so fast. Like, how do they just keep developing new stuff?
Like a global shutter?
Yeah, the global shutter. Yeah, that one, what did you hear about the global shutter? And I'll tell you what I heard. I guess it's, I don't know what the truth actually is.
I'm trading all of my gear in for 2 more of them.
Of that,
I don't have any for shutter. 2 of them. Yeah, I want 2.
But have you heard any problems with the global shutter, like with flash?
No, with the what would be the problem?
The hertz? No, I just I know that there's one setting trick that you have to do in the camera, which is no big deal, meaning that it won't go over 500th of a second unless you put. The Sony guy told me you have to do this. Okay, this was I heard from somebody. Now this guy could have given me bad information. I've heard that John Scott told me they tested another light. I think it was Westcott, and they were able to get it, to dial it in. Yeah. But you have to dial in your transmitter. You got to get it just right because it doesn't automatically sync that way. So you have to get your transmitter just right. And if you change your shutter speed, that might affect the timing of the transmitter. So
it's not the transmitter. It's in the camera. There's a camera setting. James Quantz put out a video showing exactly how to do it, where he could sync his camera up to 1/80,000th of a second and get the full power of the light like everybody wants, right? Everybody was, at first I'd heard that it didn't work right because you had the global shutter and the sync speeds didn't match the speed of the global shutter, the speed of the flash weren't correct, right? The timing wasn't right. Well, because the way flashes work now, it captures it in layers down your sensor, right? That's the non-global shutter. A global shutter captures all of it. That's the beauty of it. That's why we have certain sync speeds, because before there was a limit on how fast those layers would be captured in that flash sync speed. Anyway, long story short, that's a lot to talk about. And there's a lot to digest if you don't understand that. But the global shutter is one, it's open and close one time. That's it. And so it gets rid of the ND filters. It gets rid of all that. And contrary to popular belief, it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to have a more powerful light. You can still have the same power lights and still get the same effect up to 1/80,000th of a second. And James Quantz has a video about how he did that. He just put it out, I think, like a week ago, and it's brilliantly done. It explains it, in layman's terms, so to speak. So super easy to watch, super fun to learn.
Yeah, he's kind of smart.
He's super smart. He's way smarter than we are.
No, I'm talking about you. Brian Durinsky says, "Let the big brain Brian on, let the big brain on Justin."
Yeah.
What he just said just went totally over my head. So
but anyway, it's a setting. Sony knows that knew that was going to have to happen, because right now the way flashes work is they work for the non-global shutters. Well, now it's up to the flash companies to start making ones that work right out of the box without having to change the settings in the camera. So.
Yeah, I mean, so my conversation with John, and we just need to have John on so we can talk about it. He said he wasn't sure if it's quite ready for high volume outdoor stuff yet, because there's some changes and tweaks.
Why wouldn't it be? I don't understand. After watching Quantz's video, there's no way. Go watch Quantz's video. There's no way it's not.
I have not watched that video.
The other gripe, I think, was 24 megapixels was all.
I don't care. I couldn't care less about that.
I'm kind of excited about that. I'm sick of. I have a big enough camera if I need megapixels, so I've got that covered. But yeah, I don't care about that.
No, I don't care about that either. Like I like the fact that it's 24 megapixels, because I guess that they just decided they're going to stop making cameras that are just, keep going up in megapixels, as like that, when they had DSLRs, it seemed like that was the what do you call it? That was the mark of a good camera, right? That's how they measured.
They used it as they're selling, right? Yeah. That's the more megapixels kind of meant more money for the camera, right? That's kind of how they sold it to the public, but that wasn't the case all the time. I mean, the D3S, when it came out for Nikon, was only 12 megapixels. I talk about it all the time. I made a living for years just on that camera alone. Never had a problem, ever.
Yeah, I don't have any problems with it either. I mean, it's if there's a 50 megapixel camera, that's just going to be too much for volume, because we just shoot thousands and thousands of photos every weekend, and your server is going to just get bogged down. I don't need that. Not for 8x10s.
It's not worth it.
No.
Yeah, I have my Fuji. Files, I have my Fuji for the big files, which I love.
But you're using it for.
Don't get me wrong. Now, when I want my megapixels and stuff, though, for landscape or whatever real estate stuff, I want that big file. There's reasons for megapixels,
right?
But volume is.
Have you started selling any of your prints yet?
They sell once in a while. They're not like. They don't blow off the shelf.
Well,
it's not like it's Peter Lick out there. Just I'm raising the price for everyone sold. But yeah,
I would love to do that process for landscape print, though. That would be awesome.
It would be cool.
Yeah, it's just crazy what that guy does. Okay, so Sony global shutter. I don't think there's anything really going on too much with Canon. I think they come out with some cheaper stuff. I think Panasonic's got some cool things. They have like a but Sony does have a camera that will also, you can do more with the inside the viewfinder crop guides, like some custom stuff, which is really super cool.
Yeah.
So you can't get it on. It's the A9, right? A9 III, is that the one with the global shutter?
Right.
It's not available on that yet. So they have some other technology out there that would work great for volume photography, but it's just in I think it's a cheaper camera. So they haven't brought it over to the more expensive camera yet. So who knows? And I think Lumix has got some stuff going on. Dave Stock always says they're getting ready. They have some technology that's going to blow everybody's mind, but nobody knows what that is. So we'll kind of see. Yeah. So we'll kind of see what happens.
Panasonic's a big company. I mean, I wouldn't put it past them. They make great stuff. I mean, they've been around a long time. So
yeah. So I'm not sure. I'll have to see. That'd be interesting. But Nikon and Canon seem like they've been kind of. Nobody's talking about Nikon. Do you see anybody talking about Nikon?
Not really. A little bit. I mean, because I love the brand just because
I know it kind of makes me sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. What
Yeah,
about
I don't know what they're up to.
Do you have let's talking about like different brands. So, I think most people, what would you say? I don't know what the percentage would be. Godox or Westcott. I'd be interested. We got 18 people here. That's a pretty good sample size. What is everybody using? Either Godox or Westcott. Are those the two? I mean, I know there's going to be some Profoto Rose, but she's traveling with her tight little setup. I've got like 30 strobes, so I have no way I'm doing Profoto. But what are people doing?
They got to be doing Godox. There's no way they're not.
Westcott is super popular. Sony, F2. Yeah, I actually did see that F2 at Sync. They have a 2470 F2. I saw that.
See, I haven't seen that either. I'm so behind.
Wait,
so behind.
Did I see that? Or I think Canon had something like that. I don't know. I can't keep up. Oh, maybe Canon had like a 135 2, something like that. That would be pretty cool, but you'd have to be walking around a lot. Okay, we got Godox. Yeah, Godox. Everybody's. Here we go. See, I'd sell all of my Westcott. Okay. I want Westcott to be winning. I really do, because at least they have customer support in the United States. Godox has zero customer support in the United States. Right. They don't have an office here. That's why stuff is so cheap, because they don't have any American offices. So, I would love to be Westcott and I love the people. Like whenever you go to the trade shows, they support the trade shows. Like everything's right with Westcott, except that it's a 400 watt light. And you can't do anything with 400 watt light. Well, I can't. And the way I set my stuff up, I can't do anything with the 400 watt light outside, because I have to have some space. I know you can bring it in super tight, maybe not use a reflector instead of a softbox.
You can with that global shutter now.
That'd be interesting. That'd be interesting. You think you can get a blue sky at 400 watts with the global shutter?
I'm guessing yes. I'm 99% sure yes.
Well, you could try it with you got a 400, right? The Godox 400.
I got a 300.
Well, that'd be pretty awesome.
Yeah, well, I don't have one yet, but I will.
Okay.
I'll try it when I get the A9 III.
All right. How long on that Sony?
They're on the shelf. A lot of people canceled their orders. They're like, you could call and probably get one overnight.
Oh, because it's 24 megapixels, right?
That was
Is that
one
what they
problem.
got mad about?
Yeah. And yeah, absolutely.
What was the other problem?
I'm not sure. I don't know what any other problem would be with that. I think people don't necessarily like changing that setting for flashes for the global shutter for the higher speed sync,
because you don't like one button though. That's what you're saying. It's just one button, so who cares?
Yeah, it's in your settings. I feel like you could definitely get it on a quick, like you could put it on a C1, 2, or 3, and then you could find it fast if you needed to change it.
Yeah, they have a million little buttons, so you should.
But once in volume 2, once you get rolling, I mean, the only time you're really changing stuff is if clouds are moving in and out, right? And you're trying to adjust your ambient so it looks correct, so your fall off's correct. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, some days it's a real pain, and some days it's it's no problem at all. You don't even have to worry about it. It just kind of depends on the day.
I hate the color shift in filters. Like I hate that.
Well, I think the Peter McKinnon, for me, in my experience, the Peter McKinnon are the worst. I'm using a cheaper brand. I forget what the brand. Shoot, I should know that. Where is it? I gotta find that. I'm using a different brand that there's not near as much of a color shift. And who to think? Like the Peter McKinnon is supposed to be like the, it's got his name on it. I thought it'd be the best, but there's definitely a green color shift on those. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I hate it. You add that into Sony's, green shift too, and it really makes it wonky.
Oh yeah, well Sony Cup, yeah. That's interesting. Well, do you have those transmitters? Like talking about this is okay. Another.
Oh, I got one. Question. I got one right here. Like
yeah. Okay, this is there's a certain transmitter that I love with Godox. I loved it until the second version came out. Okay, this is interesting. Moment. Yeah, I've seen those. Gosh, I gotta get I look at the box of that transmitter that I use every single day, and I can't remember what it is. I have to get a second.
Oh, it's in my Fuji bag.
You don't have it?
No.
Okay, talk to the people. I'll get one. I just saw one.
Well, here,
Hold on.
I know right where it's at. I'll be right back. Hold on.
What? Now you're gonna leave me to talk to the people. Okay, so the question that we had is the Godox has a certain transmitter with, let me see if I can find it online. And this transmitter has the it's only at Adorama, and it has A, B, C, D, E kind of listed like underneath, and it's very easy to turn lights on and off. And so I bought a lot of them, and then they started breaking. And I kept buying them. They kept breaking. It was a huge problem. And then I was asking in the Godox users group on Facebook, and they just told me that I need to treat my gear better. And I knew that wasn't it, because I had some transmitters I've had for like 6 years, no problems. So Justin got the same ones, and some of those came in the box broken, all at the same point. So there's definitely a defect in these transmitters. There it is right there. Same spot.
Anyway, this bottom, yeah. So, like, it's not even broke. It's just like the glue. I can't get that close up. I need a top-down view. But this bottom just fell out. It fell out. Like, this is brand new. It's never even been turned on. And that just fell off.
Yeah. And then, yes. It's a great transmitter. Let's see if I can, let me see if I can present. Let's see. And I can show, like, on Adorama what that is. I'm going to be so impressed if I can, let's see. Share screen.
See, here's the one with, it's got the.
Look at that. I did it. That's it right there.
Mm-hmm.
Great transmitter right here, but then it breaks right there. Yeah.
This one broke like without even being used. But then this one's been used for a year and nothing's wrong with it. So I don't know.
Yeah, I can't figure it out either. Brad's using them as well. Brad, have you had any break? Because I literally brought 6 of them, and they all broke. And so it was a real problem that we kept breaking transmitters in the middle of shoots, and they'd be dangling. And it would just be like, there's nothing worse, because once you transmitter, you're done. Super glue, I don't know, maybe, but they would break, and they would have. I mean, there'd be all kind of problems with them.
The backup is any on-camera flash so that you could slave your lights if you had to. Like, that's the worst case scenario.
Yeah, let's see. Somebody else had it. Yeah. So I went over, I got a different one now. I'm using the one that John Scott sold me at Robert's Camera, and I haven't had any problems with it. So
is that the lower profile?
Yeah, but it's not the they had the little guy now, right? Like the little let's see. Transmitter, Godox transmitter. I don't know if it's going to be any better. But they have this little guy now. Yeah, okay, here it is. Let's see, share my screen. Share screen. The Nano. You know?
Oh, it looks all Pro Photo like even.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool. It probably is. They probably just ripped it off. I probably shouldn't say that. I don't know. Yeah, but that looks pretty cool. But the thing I noticed here, though, is you can only see 3 groups on there.
I'm sure it scrolls down, right?
I know, but do you want it to scroll down, or do you want it to like all the way? I guess. So for me, that looks pretty cool.
Yeah, I like how it's all molded into one piece too. It looks stronger for sure.
Okay, but look here though. All right, so this is where we're going to go over to the Westcott. Do you see what I'm saying right here? Look at that. Can you see that?
Yeah, the USB.
Yeah, it looks like it's a rechargeable.
Yeah, because where are the batteries?
No batteries. I bet you it's rechargeable.
Garbage. Get rid of it. Throw it away.
Okay, so that's that's your opinion on it. Huh?
I don't want one more thing to charge. I'm sick of it. Everything is rechargeable. Everything.
So this is going to be okay. Let's see. Dan says he's got some let's see, Godox 2N has been solid. Okay. All right. The micro. Okay. So, all right. So this is the big question. Do you want a transmitter that's got to be rechargeable? I think that Justin already said no to that. I agree, because the thing is, if you got, we have so many batteries already, right? We're just I mean, we don't have enough outlets.
The problem with those is, like, you'll use them for months before the battery dies, and then you're on a shoot and finally it just stops working and you go grab 2 more batteries. Like, it's just, you always have the extra batteries because you never know when those are going to die. Or if you're leaving the house and it's been on 1 bar for a couple of shoots, you just change them, right? Like, that's, I don't know. And if those rechargeables last months, then okay, I'll do that.
No, I guarantee you. Well, how long? I think that the if anybody knows about the Westcott transmitters, I don't think they last the whole day on a busy shoot. Like, I had one and it was going from, I had that big shoot, so it was like 8 hours and it didn't last.
A problem.
Let's see. Yeah, so there's a Westcott user here. I can't tell. It just says Facebook user. I'm not quite sure who that is, but they hate the idea of, I feel the same way. I mean, and I think that's where everybody's going to go to, is this rechargeable. But again, that's where we're volume photographers and we're out there all day long and we have 6 cameras going, and like, what do you do? Like, John Scott is telling me, he's like, well, you have to buy 2 transmitters for each setup. So you have 12 transmitters, and then you probably need to have some backup batteries, which you have to charge those too. So it's like, man, I mean, it's like you're gonna have to hire somebody just to be like, okay, your job is to charge batteries. I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah, that's their only job.
Yeah. So I guess if you're gonna do that, you're gonna have to carry then you're gonna have to carry another battery. You're gonna have to carry either a generator or you're gonna have to carry like one of those packs. So you can be charging.
Do you ever buy a camera with 1 battery? Like, don't you always buy a second one? So if you have that, then yeah, you're definitely buying packs. And then where do you put that on your camera? You just let it dangle? It'll be a pain in the butt.
No. What I'm saying is, I'm saying you buy those the big ones that they're like a generator.
Oh, the 1,000 watts.
Yeah, just like a big generator that just sits at the shoot, and you just, because you have to.
The USB little chargers, that's what I was talking about. So you'd always have one of those on standby, probably, so that you could charge your transmitter. But that would just be hanging off your camera, and so that'd be another awkward thing hanging there. Just because you got to keep your transmitter going for the whole day. If they don't last 8 hours, like, that's a problem.
Yeah. All right, Jamie. Hard pass. See, I mean, everybody's like kind of feels the same. And, I was talking to John about this, and he was like, but that's where all the companies are going, because they get, I guess, credits for, I don't know, from the government by going rechargeable and not using batteries.
So they don't have to pay as much taxes. Okay. Right. Cool. So, does it really help us? It doesn't sound like it.
Doesn't help us. Doesn't help us a bit.
Don't they make enough money? Like, stop it. You're not helping. Because they didn't ask any photographers. Because obviously we'd all say no way.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like the idea.
I can't even imagine at a wedding and you have that on. Like, some of those weddings are 16 hours. I've been at a wedding for 16 hours straight before. Like,
you're gonna have to have 3 for that camera, because the thing is, you're gonna run through one. So if the other one you run through or it doesn't work, then you have to have a third.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess the good thing is they're not going to be, the Godox stuff is not that expensive. I don't know how much this Nano is. Let's see, flash. I don't know how much this thing is. It's $89. So, I mean, that's good. You got $89. I mean, a Profoto transmitter is going to cost what? $500?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, so that's what we're going to have to be doing. We're going to have to get transmitters with the recharge. I guess you just need to buy a bunch. The ones with
pay the taxes.
Yeah. Yeah. See, Brian's got, the Nanos are on back order. You can't even get them. So, yeah. So I don't know. So Westcott's transmitters are all rechargeable. They don't have any battery powered ones.
We need to ask Quancy what's up, because I'm sure he's had long shoots and had to deal with it already. There's no way he hasn't had to deal with
Oh
it.
yeah, he's bringing like 5 transmitters. I guarantee you. He's got like, but the thing is,
5
like,
times 500. Yeah, we don't
yeah,
all
he's
have that
got,
kind of cash, so
he's
So I
got.
guess that's why that's a
Well, I
different
mean,
level.
he's got one camera going though, or maybe
Yeah.
he'll have 2. So I'll have a bunch of transmitters. But when you have literally 6 individual cameras, then you got 6 team camera. Like we have a bunch of shoots going out. So, and that when that's the case, then what are you gonna do?
Just buy a cheap flash for $50 and put it on your camera at the lowest setting and just slave everything.
Slave it. But it's gonna, yeah. If you have a rim light or if you had a background light, that's gonna be hard for it to see.
It's true.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
This is a problem.
It's an issue.
It's gonna be a problem. Like, this advancement in technology does us no good.
No,
I don't like it.
it's because you're an old badger.
I just, I love technology. I love when new stuff changes, but this is just like something that's just like you're scratching your head because you realize that everybody's going over to it, and it's like, no, this is not the way to go. This isn't good.
Yeah, it's an issue that they clearly didn't run it by anybody first. They just did it.
Yeah, I think that's just kind of a thing. Like, y'all gonna have to just deal with this. Like this, we're not. This is the way we're gonna build it, and you're just gonna have to deal with it.
Yeah, annoying.
Yeah. Okay, so we got the cameras and the transmitter issue. So okay, well, Westcott I think is going to come out with a more powerful light. So they've been promised it for a while. I think it kind of got put on the back burner for a minute, and now they're back on it. So hopefully we'll see something from them by the end of the year. So it'll be really interesting if they come out with that, and then the global shutter from Sony to see if that can compete with, like my setup. I have a Canon with a 1600 watt Godox flash unit. So it'll be interesting to see if that Westcott can compete.
1200 watt.
Yeah. I mean, do you think that it will be, man, you got to get that camera so you can test. Maybe Quants can test it for us. Like, I'd be interested to see the lights go up against each other. You know what I'm saying? Like 400 watt Godox, 400 watt Westcott, and see, does that make sense?
Yeah. The other thing I want too, though, is I want, he did it at different power levels. He set his lights at different power levels, but I also want to see the difference in the transistor type. Like, I want to see the Einsteins. Do those work better for the global shutter or worse? And does
yeah.
Because they're a differently made flash. It's made different than the Godox ones. So I'm curious. That's why. So like the Godox ones, the faster the flash duration, the lower the power on the light is.
Right.
The Einsteins, the more you turn the power up, the faster the flash duration, but the more powerful the light is too, because of the way it's built. So I wonder if that affects that as well.
Okay, that's really interesting because I think all of us were Policy buff, right?
Yeah.
But not that long ago, but now they don't have the battery pack. Okay, so they do have battery packs. Okay. All right. So all right. I wonder is I haven't even seen the Celestial flash unit so it looks like the Link is their deal. Now, let me see. Present. Share screen. Sorry, I don't need to walk you guys through this every time. All right. Okay. So this is the Link. It's $900. Okay.
I haven't heard of this one either. See, I'm so out of the loop these days.
This one's been around for a long time though. It's 2021 was when it came out, but it's big. It's big. Okay. And that's the thing. I think Westcott is I don't know, but I don't. Hopefully, they're not going to come with a big 800 watt light, because the problem with this is the wind's going to blow this thing over, right? And you're toast. I like the detached head for the 1200, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay. So this guy but I wonder if it has the same technology as the Einstein. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't even looked at it because the Alien Bees aren't the same as the Einsteins.
But they had the Cyber Commander. You want to talk about a piece of shit?
I never did use it.
Oh
I
my
always
god,
just had a pocket wizard.
that thing! I don't know. Like maybe they've. I mean, I haven't looked at this like in years either. Like I know
Didn't
they
you have
figured
to
out.
like to change the channels? Didn't you have to have like a toothpick to change the
Oh
channels?
my god, it had this little tiny thing, and like the concept of it was so great. And then the screen was like dark; you couldn't see it outside. I mean, it was so overly complicated. It was just insane. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. Like, if this has the same technology, but they have remotes, portable flat power. Yeah, triggers for your camera. Oh, okay, CyberSync trigger transmitter 3. I haven't seen that.
The 3. Here you
Now,
are bashing it, and they're updating it.
but look at that though. They have the hub remote. I guess on your app, you have a Policy Buff app, then you can control everything. That's pretty cool. But how do they just have it for Canon and Nikon? I mean,
Because
they got to have it for Sony.
I mean, I think you have to have a relationship with the software developers and figure out how to place it. There's got to be something with where the pins are, right? So I don't know.
That thing's big. That's way bigger than I thought it would be.
Yeah, that is big.
Okay, I mean, I guess this is not even. I don't think the Policy Buff is even an option unless they like you said with the global shutter. If this made this light just amazing, and if the transmitter is really good, I don't know if anybody's using this. I'd be interested to know if anybody had any experience with this and had success. I don't like the idea of controlling lights on my phone because my phone's gonna die. And what happens if my phone dies?
And you don't want to be on your phone with your camera in your hand trying to it just doesn't work.
Yeah, I mean, I heard that the Broncolor little app is really good, but then again, I mean, who's going to pay for that?
I mean, people that are working in a studio setting doing still life or something. I mean, I can totally see that. That would be awesome, probably, because you can just dial stuff in while your camera's on a tripod and you're just hitting your button on your computer because you're tethered anyway. So,
right,
not a big deal. But, yeah, but for the blue collar photographers that are out there hustling every day, right? Like, we need stuff that works.
Okay, we're gonna go. I'm gonna move on. Let's move on to softboxes. Westcott, what is it? Westcott Lighting. Okay, James has got a bunch. So I think everybody's a fan of James Quant, but he's a friend of ours, so we want to support him as much as possible because he's always trying to do cool stuff for us. And he came out with some new stuff, and the only thing that sucks about development is like you hate that you spend money on the older version. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean that's good business, right? You're always improving, right?
Yes. That was good and good. Hopefully James has got a great setup and he's making extra money. So I like these circle guys.
Yeah, I like them for video stuff. I think it'd be cool for video work too.
Well, I think that they fit on. I think he's using the Ortiz reflectors. Do you know what I mean? So it's like the problem I have is that I hate when I don't get the circles right. So this you could just put around the beauty dish. It fits on that Manny Ortiz beauty dish, and it's such an easy. It's a quick setup. The circles of my Pro Light mods only look great when Jody does them for me.
Because she takes the time.
I just can't do it. I'm just so bad at it. Like I can't wrap presents. I can't do anything I try to be real detailed to make things look pretty. And I just don't have it. I can't do it. Can't do it.
I've never been able to wrap presents either. And I can get the circles straight.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even make my bed because I think it's a waste of time. Like you're just going to get in it later.
No, I can make my bed. Make my bed good, but yeah. And it's so cool that he has this relationship now with Westcott. So I mean, look at all these different options you have now, and I think that he is getting. Let's see, somebody say the Pro Light mods for little tiny reflectors.
Yeah,
So
that'd
that's
be
pretty
awesome.
cool. Yeah, and he was kind of showing that at SPAC too. Is like you can pop in some gels for the Westcott lights, and so you can see this photo looks like he has a little blue gel in the lights there.
Mm-hmm.
So that's pretty cool. But you'd have to use Westcott everything, But I want to build some sort of. I'm gonna
I don't know.
build something with these.
I just taped my gels to the inside. You can make them any color you want.
Yeah, you can.
You just gotta cover your light.
Yeah. Emily likes those brown ones. But I looked because I was going to buy them the other day. But I think that
I love their 7-foot umbrellas. If you guys don't own those, oh my God, and you can never use them, get those.
Oh, this guy is this? Oh, restocking soon. Damn it. Yeah, they're not ready yet. But this is the light. So, okay. So you're looking at they're on sale for $240 for there. So you got two of those. That's going to be $500. And then when you get the Pro Light mods, two of those guys. So a 2-pack is $209. So that's $400. So you're going to look at about $1,000 for a 2.
Yeah.
Westcott's not cheap.
Those don't come with the soft. They should sell them with the softbox. Like they should just sell them with it.
Yeah, I guess they're $100. So that's not that bad. Like $100 for the Pro Light mods. Okay, so somebody says that. Okay, so the good thing about that Ortiz beauty dish, though, I think, is that it's. I don't mind buying stuff and it's expensive when you can use it for other things.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. If I can use it outside when it's really windy and it'll take the place of a softbox, I'm cool with that. Then I don't mind spending the $250 on it if I can use it for it's a multi-purpose type thing.
There's still sales when it's windy.
You think a 36-inch?
Yeah, I have one. I don't have an Ortiz one, but I have one, and it's pretty big.
I know, but we get I get I'm talking about Georgia wind. I'm not talking about like Oregon on the coast, South Dakota winds and on the plains.
We don't have plains winds. Those guys get hammered.
Yeah, I mean Brad Shook in South Dakota has the biggest. It's like a 80-inch base stand. It's ridiculous. And with like 500 pounds of sandbags. But I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do.
How does it not just break the bars, like the fiberglass rods? Like, I'm surprised it doesn't just snap those first.
Yeah, and they just All right, so I saw another softbox that I liked. Well, I'm a big fan of the SMDV softboxes.
Well, Westcott's making those collapsibles too now, right?
No,
I thought they were.
No, they aren't. Okay, so look, I'm getting this I just so everybody knows, I am getting this information from people I talk to at shows, and I don't know how accurate the information is, but SMDV I really like. These are the ones that I bought. This is the first ones that I saw. There's the camera store in North Carolina that provides them, and they're great. But then I saw let me see if I can show them to you real quick. Let's see, present. Share screen. SMDV. Okay. So they have a bunch of stuff here, but let's see, softbox. Speed mount. And I can't believe they don't have just like their best softbox right here. I don't know what all this shit is. Speedbox Mega. What in the world? I don't know what any of this stuff is. SMDV.
You're not the only photographer in the world, contrary.
I know, but it's like this product is so good. Like you would just think that it would be featured, but it's not even. It's this guy here. Let's see, maybe the Pro. We'll check the Pro here. But the whole purpose of these guys is they just lay flat. When they collapse down. Yeah, that's it. I love this. I love this thing. So you see this right here?
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, that is amazing. So anyway, I really love these. I bought a bunch of them, and they're pretty cheap. Okay, Parasnap. So Parasnap is SMDV. It's the same brand. So that was just I think Adorama or B&H. Just I guess it's Adorama, but I think it's the same exact technology. But then I was talking to somebody and they told me that that they don't own the patent on that. So there's another company that has a global patent. So I don't know if that's going to change things or not, but they have this guy here. Have you ever heard of this brand? The Gikono?
No.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah. So this is a pretty cool. I saw them and I really like this one. Let's see, shop products, off camera flash modifiers. Okay. So it's the same kind of thing. They're very inexpensive. Look, it's $149 for a 36 inch. That's good.
Yeah, it's cheaper than the glows.
Yeah, that's yeah. So I really like this softbox. Let's see if they show. Okay, you see how it breaks down right there? It's the same thing, and it comes with a grid, I believe, or the grid is. It's very okay. There it goes.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, and it breaks down, and you see that's all metal. It looks like there's a few plastic pieces in there, but it was more metal than SMDV had a little more plastic in it. The only thing is they have a nice little container that or a little bag that it breaks down in. However, the speed ring comes out when you put it away, and that's a problem for me.
Because so you can have interchangeable speed rings is why, right?
No, it's because just the way it breaks down, you have to take the speed ring out. And with the SMDV, you can leave the speed ring in there.
Oh, and I don't know. The Parasnap looks like the speed ring comes out too.
Yeah, see, that's what Brad said. You know, it's the mount doesn't stay in when you close them. So that's my big problem. Is like, okay, it's fine. Like you said, if you're just by yourself or you just have a couple of soft boxes, you can keep up with them because you're packing them up every time. Yeah. But if you have people packing your stuff up, you know,
they're going to break them or lose them or drop them or forget them.
Yeah. I don't want to get to a shoot and not have a damn speed ring. You know?
Yeah. 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 That's a problem.
Yeah. You lose the personnel. Yes. That's definitely a problem. You could lose it. My thing is just missing. It's just somewhere it's not supposed to be. People put stuff in the wrong spots all the time when you have a bunch of soft boxes everywhere, you know?
Yeah.
Okay. So soft
Did
boxes.
Did this freeze on a dumb part of your face? Oh, you're back.
Good. I'm back. Yeah, sorry. I got a phone call and it froze everything. Okay. So do you have Westcott soft boxes though, right?
I have some, yeah.
What is your favorite softbox in time being?
I don't know what it's called. I just got it from John Scott.
Oh,
it's like it's a 36-inch Octa is my favorite. Is what I've been using for everything right now. It's been my key light for everything. Yeah, it's what I've been using, and it's an off brand. It's nothing we've been talking about.
Is that a Phottix?
Might be a Phottix.
Yeah, I've had the Phottix. It's pretty good. You like it?
Yeah. It doesn't get as tiny as fat, but I mean, it gets small.
But you have a deck system though, right?
Not in my new truck, no.
Oh. Are you going to get one?
That's a problem. Yeah, I got to get another one.
Do you have it?
I hate not having it. I can't stand not having it. I don't have a canopy, nothing. It's a pain in the butt right now. Yeah.
You don't have a canopy on your truck?
No, but it's a crew cab, so everything fits in the back right now, but
okay,
I need the rest. Yeah.
Yeah,
my seats are folded up in the back. The back is just for storage.
So yeah, you got to get one of those. You got to get. What are you going to get? That's what I'm interested in. Are you going to get a cap?
I don't know. I kind of have liked not having it, but I might just buy a beater van for shoots. I might just buy a van.
I know, but this is kind of not you though.
I'll have windows in it. I'll put windows in it.
I know, but I don't know. Okay, so this is my problem. Is it's just in Grafton. It's the beard. This beer is gonna be pulling up in a piece of shit van. I mean, you're
What
the
if it
coolest.
was like the A-Team van?
I know, but
What
you're
if I
like
lift it?
okay, you just got to make the van cool because I mean, you're
Yeah.
like coolest guy in town. How are you gonna pull up in a piece of shit van?
I mean, I can pull up in one, but
You
I would.
can.
I don't have anything to prove.
Yeah,
I got nothing to prove.
I know, but you're not gonna have fun doing it. That's the thing. That's the thing.
I
You're
might.
like,
I might.
No, I know you're gonna get it, and then every time you come out, you're like, gosh, you're gonna be like, damn it, this thing sucks. I know it every time. You'd rather like outfit your truck to make it look badass, you know. But I agree with the cap. The cap, I don't know. I'm not crazy about it. But I think that the deck, you could get it. Why don't you? Have you seen my truck? Those little compartments are pretty cool.
Yeah, it's okay. No, they're good. They're good, but they're plastic. I hate that.
Yeah. Well, you could
And
go.
Don't things get moist in there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you could get that Highway Products or something like that. You can get a cool thing from them. They're I think they make them. They're out your way.
I'd almost rather have a flatbed and just a bit. I do have a toolbox too. There's stuff that's in the toolbox.
So this let's see if we can show you. I mean, those are pretty cool. I don't know.
No, I hate it.
Yeah, yeah. They have some pretty cool stuff here, though. I don't know, but I think a lot of it's more like they have the slide outs and all that stuff like that, which is pretty cool. What they do have is really cool. Is they have a slide out that if you had a cap, you see it slides out.
Yeah, those I like. But you can put one of those on top of a deck system and that's awesome.
Yeah. So if you can get a cap, the only thing I have a problem with the cap is when stuff gets buried. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's clear in the back.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a pain.
I did buy a Sprinter, but I'm not as cool as you, so I'm all right.
See, you're giving me shit and you already bought one.
I
I don't even want a Sprinter. I
know, but you said a beater van. Yeah.
Why would I spend a lot
that.
of money on it? Like, I don't know.
Yeah. We just like the Sprinter. We really like the Sprinter too, because we go to Florida a lot and we take a lot of gear down there, and you have to take stands sometimes. The little GPS risers, and so
you don't got to worry about pulling a trailer. How many times you have so many trailer problems when you go to Florida? Like every time.
Yeah, that's been a nightmare.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, well, the thing is that I have my truck all geared up, which is great, but then I have to take the gear out of the back of the truck when I get to a hotel. So that was always a pain in the ass. Like, it's not that bad, but it's just like after you have a long shoot and you just ate and you're tired and all you want to do is shower and go to bed, and then you got to pull all the rigid cases out of the truck and carry them up to the hotel room. Yeah, that kind of sucks. So the Sprinter's nice. You just take it and you park it, and we'll leave our lights in there. We don't leave our cameras in there. We'll leave our lights in there. And we just got a ramp for it, so it's gonna have a ramp like a trailer, so it should be pretty cool. But yeah, I mean,
I think it's safer.
Yeah, it's Facebook user. I think I know who this is. I think it's Nick Shube, but he loves the.
Oh, it's Shube for sure. We don't even have to look.
Yeah. I mean, but he's got like, how many photographers does he have? He's probably has like 20.
Doesn't he have? I think he has 5 of those vans.
Yeah. I mean, we maybe have 3 shoots in a day as our max, and we'll have 3 vehicles going. So, if he has 5 or 6, 7 shoots going on a day.
This Wayne.
Wait a second.
Wayne says that Photodiox makes one too. I just need a Bronco. Yeah, Mr. Quantz himself.
Yeah, we just been talking all about Quantz. I wonder if he missed it.
The Broncos look good. The new Broncos are cool. I like them. I don't like the sport ones, but the
sports ones aren't even made in the same place.
Yeah, they look like RAV4s. Remember the RAV4s?
Mm-hmm,
the old, yeah, that's what those remind me of. Yuck.
I think that the sports are made in Mexico, and then the full size ones are made in Detroit.
So buy the Detroit made ones.
Yes. It's a different frame. It's a different everything. Yeah. That's true. I have an FJ Cruiser that I towed with forever, and I didn't want to beat it up, so we got rid of I bought the Tundra. The Tundra's been awesome. It's been awesome. All right. Look, somebody's already offering up the Bronco when you come to North Carolina.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Justin's gonna be teaching. What is the name of that class that you're teaching?
I don't remember. I'm just kidding. It's North Carolina Photo Expo.
North Carolina, yeah. There's some,
The
that's
Carolina.
a big deal.
It's called. I think it's Carolina Photo Expo is the actual name, but yeah.
Yeah, that's a big deal. Yeah, I need to see James. I need to see that Bronco. I just need to go up to Columbia, period, because I need to see Trey Love and I need to see James. He was here in Atlanta shooting volleyball, like a new volleyball team. I didn't know we had.
James was?
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't get any of that work. He steals it all from you.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah, I don't get that big time work. I don't get the big time work like he does. Okay. All right. So we got trucks. We didn't even intend on talking about trucks, soft boxes. We got through with soft boxes. Okay. Since James is here, we got to look at the Westcott. Like, I want to just see what the 36-inch Westcott softbox costs. What do you think it is?
We just looked at it. The Ortiz ones?
No. I'm just talking about like the straight up, like a strip box. Do you use strip boxes?
Absolutely. All the time.
Okay. Let's just compare the strip boxes. I'd just be interested in taking a look at those guys and see how much those cost. Let me see. Wrap box, strip. Okay. Switch soft boxes. I bought
multiple sets because the first time I bought the strip boxes or the strip lights from Quants, they didn't fit one set. So I have multiple sets, but I like having them because I break them all the time. I'm so bad. I'm so hard on my gear when it doesn't fold up good.
Right.
I break those fiberglass arms all the time, especially on those, the 4 foot and up ones.
Okay. The one I wouldn't mind getting the 1x2. I think that might be big enough.
I mean, if you're getting waist up, you're probably good enough. And depending on how far back, you can still get the whole body if you got enough power to throw it.
He just said they lower their prices, and I think he's right. I mean, this is
because I see all the red sale markers for sure.
Yeah, the 1x2 at $100. That's pretty awesome.
That's a really good deal. If you don't have strip boxes, get 2 of those right now.
Yeah, that's a good deal.
That's a really good deal.
I might have to get a couple of those. Okay, we got those, and then this is the one I use right now, the 1x3, $189. Okay, that's reasonable.
Yeah, and the 1x2s are great though too.
This is a good deal, like from $289 down to $229. I mean, I guess they're competing with Glow, but I'm not a huge fan of the Glow product. I really am not. Do you have any of those?
I've always bought cheap soft boxes because I'm hard on them and they always break. So I always break my soft boxes. Actually, it doesn't matter if they're cheap or not. If they're not metal, I'll break them.
Do you think 2 seasons? 1 year or 2 years? Like if we say 1 year is 2 seasons, right? For us, spring and fall.
I can get mine to last 2 years usually, but they're pretty busted up into the second year of their journey. Yeah. I mean, I'm throwing them into the back of my rig. Like I'm not just the job's over and shit is just getting hucked into the back.
My problem is they get dirty, like from being in dirt, and then there's like a yellow cast on them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Glow didn't hold up. Yeah, less than a year. Yeah, I agree with that. They're cheap. I mean, they're made cheap. You can tell, and the fabric on the outside is kind of junky. I don't know. I haven't had a Glow in a while because I stopped getting them. I wasn't crazy about the Cheetah softbox. You ever had one of those?
Yeah, I had one of those.
Yeah, wasn't crazy about that. So we switched from that. So, yeah. You got anything cool with light stands? Light stands the same.
I bought a bunch of Kupo ones with rollers that I love. Those have been awesome for in the gyms. Every stand that we've been bringing in the gym, we got wheels on, and then that way I don't. We've been at the beginning of the year, you always run into where everybody's just redone their gym this summer. So like, and you're a jerk if you're not putting tennis balls or something on your light stands, and so that you're not scratching that floor, because you will eventually scratch that floor with your stands. I've done it. I know, even trying to be careful, and I don't want to be that guy on a brand new one. So we just spent the money on roller stands and we don't even worry about it anymore.
Yeah. Kupo. I like the Kupo stuff.
They're heavy, but I love them. But like I said, we're mean to them. Those will last forever.
Yeah.
I still have my original Manfrotto tripods. I bought 2 of them on accident on Amazon back when the one-click button was pretty new. I don't know. I must have clicked it twice because 2 showed up. I ended up paying for 2. I later found out, but I still have both of those, and they're pure metal. Like you don't even find, you can't find hardly light stands that are pure metal anymore or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm just still using the stackables. I love the Manfrotto stackables, but they do break. Like I had a batch of them that weren't very good, so I have a bunch of extra parts. But like to buy the parts for them to fix them, I was trying to get Quants to join us.
He wasn't gonna.
He's with his baby girl, so we can't. We gotta leave him. He's with his baby girl. We went to. Have you heard of this Overtime Express before?
Were you telling? Is that what you were talking about the other day?
Yeah, we went to Overtime Express last night. So it's basically so those of you who don't know, I have a 7-footer that lives with me, 7'1", and he's trying to make it in basketball, and he's got a lot of talent. And so they came out with this thing called Overtime Elite. It's been going for 5 years, maybe, but they built an arena like right in the middle of downtown Atlanta. It's really cool. So I went to a game for the first time last night, and it was insane. It was insane. It's like what's the league that they have like in California that a lot of the pro players they play in the summer? Do you know what I'm talking about?
The AND1 or something.
Something like that. It's not. No, that's a street ball one. They have one that's I think it's in Compton or something. I forget what the name.
I don't know.
Yeah, but anyway, they have like a DJ. Basically, the whole game. She walks around the court and is like just talking the whole game. There's music playing the whole game. They have fog machines and all these LED lights everywhere. And it's $10 to get in. It's $10. And it's a small gym. It's smaller than some of the high school gyms around here, but there's just like technology everywhere. Like the scoreboards, you feel like you're in some sort of futuristic movie. It's insane. It was the coolest thing. But the fact that it's $10 and all these little kids are there cheering on their favorite teams, and the kids that play are from 17 to 20 years old, and that's it. So it's pretty cool. And they have crazy names. Like we watched the City Reapers and the Cold Hearts last night. So it was pretty cool. But I know the photographer. He's a friend of mine, and he it's just so cool because he gets the best pictures because they have all this lighting and all those fog machines going the whole time. You know what I'm saying? And they kind of set up the game where you can get a lot of dunks, and they kind of let them play. It's really cool, but it's actually on Amazon Prime, so it's a really cool. But anyway, long story short, we're hoping that we get our exchange student to play for OTE next couple of year, maybe next year. It'd be pretty awesome. But yeah, y'all got to check that out. But
it's on Prime for sure.
Yeah. The championship is going to be this weekend. OTE, yeah, that's it right there. It's really cool. It's a lot of fun. But we went last night, so we got in early. My buddy let us in early. We got a little VIP treatment, which was pretty awesome. And
nice.
One of the guys
you brought a 7-footer with you, right?
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, so we're sitting there, and they kind of like, hey, do y'all want to participate in one of the little shows that we have during, and we're like, yeah. It's like at the first quarter, you can do a layup, you can shoot a free throw, and you got to shoot a 3-pointer. And we're like, Juan, you got to do it because you got to dunk it. Can he dunk it? They're like, I don't know. Nobody's ever dunked it before. So he went out there, and it was awesome. He just did the biggest dunk, just and everybody's going crazy because they're like, nobody's ever done that. And the announcer was like, what is going on? How tall is this guy? Like it was a whole thing. And Juan was so nervous because he had to then shoot. He's 7'1", so he's got a decent shot, but not, he's like, we had to convince him to go do it because he was like, I'm going to embarrass myself in front of 1,000 people. And this show, it's like everybody in Brazil, like this is a huge league in Brazil. They love it. So he's like, okay. He was all scared, but he made his free throw and then he made a 3-pointer. So it was awesome.
No way.
So, yeah,
that's rad.
Yeah, we thought for sure he wasn't making the 3-pointer, but he made 3-pointer. So it was pretty cool. So
that's awesome.
That was a good time. Yeah, you got to check out OTE and check out the photographer. His name's Adam Hagee. He shoots for the Hawks, for OTE, and for the Atlanta Dream, the girls team, the ladies team. But his stuff is really good, especially the OTE stuff, because all the lights in the background. It's really cool. But I think that can kind of inspire you if you look at some of his photography, because it's kind of like pro light mod stuff. You know what I mean? Like putting some LEDs, some gels, and some smoke, and all that sort of stuff. Kind of getting that feeling.
And he's getting it in live events.
Yeah, because they're doing smoke machines. I've never seen him do a smoke machine at a basketball game while they're playing.
Overtime Elite Exhibition is what it's called.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. They had a dude there that was 7'1", and he was like 280 pounds yesterday, and he was just nothing but muscle. I've never seen a human being that big. He was like Shaq.
Yeah, that looks cool. Some of these are cool. I found that there's a big write-up in the Atlanta Journal. So
yeah, it's cool stuff. So hopefully we'll be more a part of that. We'll have to see. That'd be pretty cool.
That's awesome.
All right, what else? Anything new gear?
That's it. I got to get my hands on that new Sony camera soon. Hopefully by next Beard in the Boat, I will have it in my hot little hands. Hopefully.
Yeah, I hate James. We need to just get James on here next time, so that way we can talk about that global shutter.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? How long have we been talking?
I don't know. You talk forever. 5:11. I think about an hour, right? Close. We put an hour in.
Yeah,
that's a good comeback.
That's a good comeback. It was just nonstop gear talk. I think it was some good stuff. I'm sure that there's a lot of things we're missing, but
it'll be a few episodes before we're all caught back up, probably.
What are you going to be shooting coming up?
My week's pretty slammed. Let me look.
I want to hear a week.
I got lots.
Raptors world.
I'll show you. I'm opening the calendar now. I don't look until the day before these days because now it's winter's over. We got to come out of hibernation. I got to go get my hair cut. All kinds of things have to happen before spring starts. But we saw the sun for the first time today in, I don't know, 4 months. That was nice.
Oh my God. It snowed this week, right?
Oh my God. It snowed so hard 2 days ago. It didn't really stick around. It was gone, but we were getting softball sized snowflakes. Ridiculous.
That's accurate. That's accurate.
Nerds? Yeah. We're super nerds. I got all kinds of stuff. I got gymnastics, senior banners for softball and baseball.
And is it not late in the season for senior banners? It's March.
For softball?
Yeah, I guess we play softball.
We haven't. They just picked up their mitts and gloves last week. We just got done playing basketball. Some of them are still playing basketball. The high school girls they're in the top 8 right now for the championship. So
yeah, they have a chance to win the state, right?
Yeah, they got a good team. Yeah, super good group.
Okay, so you got gymnastics, you got banners. What else?
Ooh, commercial headshots. We got lots. We're doing a couple of big jobs in Portland for commercial headshots. And
then we have to pause.
What?
Cassius for my favorite viewer.
Cassius
is my grandson. Yeah, so we have a lot of family at Photo Day. I have Stevie, who works at Photo Day, is my niece, and then we have Sam, who's going to be my future daughter-in-law, and she's a mother of my grandbaby. So I guess they saw on Volume Photographer, so our grandbaby's watching. Okay, sorry about that.
That's awesome. That was Blake, actually, who wrote that.
Yeah, that probably was naked. All right, so you got the what did you say? You have the headshots?
I keep thinking about how cute Cassius is. I can't. It's probably, if they were looking for a new Gerber baby, that would be it, right? Like,
yeah, he's pretty cute.
Cassius is kind of perfect.
Yeah, he is a cute baby.
Yeah. So congratulations, guys. Seriously, that's awesome. Anyway, so yeah, banners. We're just starting baseball season, so I'm just now getting into all that. The next 2 weeks look like that for me, and lots of commercial headshots lately, which is good. Well, we're doing a couple of banks, like 45 employees, so that'll be cool. It's cool to do commercial headshots because we treat them like volume, right? And thank goodness, like some people might be a little bit nervous about that, but as many headshots as we do in a year with schools and sports, just rolling commercial headshots into our business is right up our alley. It's just a really, really good thing to add to your repertoire. If you don't have it, start looking at that. So yeah.
Okay. You know what we did not talk about? AI.
That's a whole episode right now.
Oh yeah. Okay. Let's not talk about the bad part of AI. Let's talk briefly about the AI that will help us. Are you using AI editing yet? Anyone?
I am.
You're using Aftershoot, right?
I have been, yeah.
Yeah. I'm using Imagine.
I let it give a first edit even now. Like, it's pretty rad. It's pretty rad.
Yeah, that's going to be our biggest thing, I think.
It helps me. It helps me stay consistent with my clients better, right? Sometimes in the past, when you weren't as busy, you could get pictures turned quicker. Now with AI and using that whole system that we're doing, I'm consistent and I can get them out faster, and they're more consistent. Like it's helping me look better. It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Well, I would think for you, it would be really important because it's just you and Emily, and I know Emily's got some side stuff going too. So it allows you to, speed up your workflow, right?
Emily, I would not be successful without Emily. There's just no way. She's so good at keeping my schedule and answering emails and doing that customer service day in and day out with people. And then my daughter's helping a lot. So as far as succession goes, like there's things that I'm going to start offloading onto her that we're really excited about. But we don't really want to hire employees. I'm not like you where I want a group of people. So in order for us to stay healthy and busy and competent in what we're doing, we really lean into the tech side of stuff, and AI is awesome, for us. It couldn't have come at a better time, to help keep us sane, so to speak.
Well, y'all use even more than the photos, right? Don't you use it for emails and all kind of stuff?
Emily does. Yeah. That's the thing. And that's Emily's side of stuff. I don't even hardly mess with it for that, but she's really leaned into it. She uses it she's very careful with how she uses it, but she uses it with all her graphic design stuff when she's making websites or logos, or it speeds up your workflow so much. It's ridiculous. It's kind of frightening. How it's like we talked about, you put it in somebody's hands that already knows how to do the work, and it's like putting a super cape on. You become a superhero.
Do you want to know some horse shit with some AI? we had a lady complain the other day, and you could tell she put it in ChatGPT. You know what I mean?
It was written too well.
Like, how do I complain about a photo that like the backlight is too hot? And like it came out with this long explanation at the end of it. She's like, maybe you should learn more about your craft or some shit like that. I'm just like, oh my God. She's like, you could so tell that she didn't write that, because she had wrote a couple other messages and all of a sudden there's this long, drawn out thing. I'm like,
Well, it's right in your responses. I just noticed it the other day on Facebook when I went to respond to somebody. Like, you can type it in and it will fix your grammar and restate it, and you can pick between how you want it to sound. Like, I'm telling you, AI is bigger than the internet was. And I don't know if it's good or bad yet.
Well, the thing about it is like, will it even be important if you learn how to write? Because you just tell it what to do and it'll write this beautiful thing for you. Then you kind of just change it up a little bit. Yeah.
That's no different than like, I don't know. I can look at pictures now almost and immediately know it's AI though. I've seen so much of it now. Like, it's almost got that crayon look, right? Like it's too clean, it's too finished, too polished. Anyway, so that's good that's starting to, it's its own style in a way in that aspect. But when we were in school, did you tell your math teacher, why do I have to do this by hand? How come I have to show you my work when I can just type it into this calculator? Why am I doing all this? Like, I know that I have to know how to do it, but why? Like, why?
Yeah,
it's kind of the same, just in a bigger picture.
Well, I'll probably be gone by the time it really starts affecting people's.
I doubt it. I think as fast as it's moving, we won't even be 50 yet, and it'll be affecting a lot of that.
I mean, that is not far from me.
No,
I
know
mean,
you're
that
old.
is, yes, that's just a few months. That's
I have
not-
so many friends turning 50. It's crazy.
Yeah,
I just had one turn 4 days ago.
I know. I'm 50 and I'm a grandfather. Yeah, it's crazy. It's too much. Just too much. All right.
Bald. I mean, that's
I am. Well, look, I got a little bit of hair, but I can fake it with that from the front. But that's why I always have to wear a hat when I do any Instagram reels. And of course, my biggest Instagram reel is my bald head. I didn't wear a hat, so I've never. Yeah.
I'll never forget it. That one's burned into my brain.
An academia term. Yeah, I believe that AI is easy to pick out. You just can't. You can tell. Yeah.
Yeah. Someday you won't be able to.
Yeah. All right. Last thing. Let's see. Got one more thing. Let's see. Share screen. I'm gonna walk through this. Oh, I can't.
What do you got?
Let's see. Oh, there we go. There's the baby boy. Yeah.
Pretty rad.
That's him. Yep. That is part of it. Yep. That's been a busy year. So, all right. So
I'm excited about spring. I'm excited about this summer. I'm excited to come east to North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, you want to try again next week?
Let's do it.
All right. I'm sure something's going to happen between now and then that's going to bring a lot of topic conversation.
You want to just go Tuesdays right now? See how that goes? Tuesday nights?
Let me see. Let me check that out. Probably. But let's see. Next Tuesday, I've got I got a youth lacrosse, but we can work something out. I might be able to do it.
Any day.
Yeah, that'd be great. That'd be good. That if we did do it on a scheduled time. I like Tuesday. Mondays just feels like Taco Tuesday. Again said. Yeah, I feel like Mondays is like recovering for the weekend. Tuesdays like you kind of get your feedback under you and that sort of thing. So
I usually am working Tuesday night, so normally, but next Tuesday I'm open for sure. The next two look open, but then we got dance coming up the following week. So,
well, we'll figure it out. We'll try to give everybody a little bit more notice. This is a surprise show because we didn't even know if we'd be able to do it. So surprise, and then we'll try to give a week's notice. Weeks, maybe 3 days. Weeks
maybe a day. maybe an hour.
24 hours. Yeah. Hey, that's just what happens when you have to work every night. That's just what happens.
It's true.
Everybody, I think everybody here kind of relates to that. So I think we're good. We have a lot of grace when it comes to that. So,
all right. Good to see your face. It's hideous still.
Bye.
Bye.